Welcome to this live stream today. I am very excited to be here with you, and thank you so much for joining me. If you are on with me live, I would love for you to say hi. Just drop it in the comments and let me know you're here and I can get to know you. Also, let me get the chat set up here. All right. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 shifts that six-figure coaches and consultants can make to reach $300,000 or more in their business without doing more. So I am very grateful and honored that you are spending time with me. So if you want to do this, type 300K in the comments right now. And again, I love to know who's on and I love to get to know you and just build that connection with you. So very quickly, who am I? If you are coming across me, hi, Derek. If you're coming across me for the first time, my name is Ann Carden. I'm a top business growth strategist for coaches and consultants who want to scale a high-end business. They want to get high-end clients and sell high-end programs, and they want to scale into multiple 6 and 7 figures. And it's all about building a simple business that gives them a lot more freedom and a lot more money. So I'm not about the hustle and grind. I'm not about all the volume strategies and tactics that are out there. It's about working with fewer clients, but at a much higher level. So you can really leverage your time and also enjoy your life and the money that your business can give you. So let's get started. If you want to do this, by the way, you can book a call with me at acarden.com and we can have a conversation about how you can do this. All right. So 4 shifts to help you get to 300K without doing more. First of all, I've kind of framed these in what I like to call the 4 Ps. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So the first P in the shifts is your packaging and pricing. How are you selling your services and what are you charging for those services? Now, I want to talk about a couple of broken ways to price and to package your services, and that is selling by the hour or selling by the day. Maybe you're some sort of a coach that, or even a financial advisor or a CPA or an accountant who is charging by the hour. This is a broken model. This is such a tough business model because it is, if you want to make more money, you've got to do more time, right? Or you've got to give away a lot of profitability because now you have to hire help. And so I want to encourage you to repackage how you are selling your services. And I'm going to talk more about that. The other thing, when you are charging by the hour, there is nothing that puts more resistance between you and the client than hourly fees. And the reason for that is, think about it. Have you ever paid like an IT consultant or somebody to work on your computer or even a web designer to work on your website and they charge you by the hour? And all you can think about is, oh my gosh, how much is this going to cost me? Are they going to take their time with it so they can charge me more? And so it's just a breakdown in the relationship. Do you agree? It really doesn't set a good foundation for the client coach relationship. And so I want to know what I'm paying. I want people to know what they're going to pay with me, and then they can say yes or no, right? It makes it so much easier. The other thing is, if you're a consultant, for example, and you're charging by the hour, or a coach charging by the hour, and you're asking for things from your clients, they may hold back. They may not want to give you everything because what's going on in their head? How much is this going to cost me? You just keep racking up the hourly wages, right? Nobody wants to do that. So repackage your services so that you're charging by the value or the impact. All right, by the value or the impact. And you should be packaging your services so that you're giving a clear outcome or a result or a transformation. This is where you can get paid bigger fees. This is where you can sell bigger packages and get away from the hourly thing. The other thing is if you're a leadership coach or a leadership trainer and you're going in and you're working in companies and you're charging by the day, that is another model that, look, if you want to make more money, now you've got to work more days. And both of these models will it often keep you broke, or they will keep you exhausted, because more money means more time. So that's what I'm not talking about. I want to share with you how to package your services in a way that you can make more money and the client can be so happy with the result that you're giving them. And this is about packaging for an outcome or a result or a transformation. And then there are really two ways to price. You can price if you've got something that's very rinse and repeat over and over again. You can price a flat rate for that. But if you are going in and let's say you're doing custom work or you're doing VIP work, you want to charge impact pricing, or a lot of people call it value pricing. This is where you're actually paid based on the outcome that you can help them get. All right. So there's two ways to price, but the higher end pricing can be more for your custom clients, the clients that you're going in and working with on a VIP level. And then the rinse and repeat kind of pricing works great for scaling. So for example, I have a high end mastermind and it's one price that people pay to come in and work with me in that mastermind to really scale their business. And that's a very rinse and repeat, right? And so if you're selling something like that, selling over and over again, a flat price is a great price. Otherwise, you can definitely charge differently when you're doing VIP work and custom work. And a lot of people don't really do this. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is pricing. If you are not selling any kind of really premium services in your business. So maybe you've been in coaching and consulting for a while, but you don't really have a super high-end package. You don't have something that's 100K or 75K or 50K or even, much more than that. Then I want to encourage you to create something that is that high, because you can't sell it if you don't have it, right? And I want to challenge you with your pricing, and I want you to start thinking differently. If you could charge even 3 times more, I help clients get 3 to even 20 times more sometimes what their highest thing is, and they sell it. I think about one of my clients, she just comes to the top of my mind because she's a recent client, was selling a package for $1,797. Now she's closing over $20,000 and $40,000 sales. This is a very different business for her. And her cash clients are like 3 or actually 4 times more than what she was charging when she first came to me. So I want you to think differently. Think about taking your highest price offer right now and making it your lowest, or at the very least, making it sort of your middle tier price, and then add another layer. Add something else that's 3 times more than what your highest thing is right now. Again, you can't sell it if you don't have it, right? So packaging and pricing, the pricing is really part of the packaging, but that is the first shift. Change this and you will change your business. Now, you may think you can't do this, but I very seldom come across anyone who knows what they are doing that they can't do this. People undervalue themselves so much, they have no idea how much they could be charging, and they're not. So make this shift, okay? Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy to have you here. I would love to have you drop 300K in the comments if you're just joining in, and let me know that you're here. Okay, so shift number 2 is all around. Hold on one second. I just have to make sure I have my notes dialed in here because I don't want to miss anything. All right. Shift number 2 is about the people. Now, write this down. I say this all the time. I share this with my clients. I share this in my workshops. Shift number 2 is the people. It's not about the money. It's about the people. Okay. There are always ways to target better people. So if you want to increase your prices and increase your packages, think about who you are selling to. All right. Now, I want you to know that there are high-end buyers in every market. Sometimes I see coaches and consultants, they think, oh, there's more money over here, like the grass is greener, right? Or they think, oh, I think I'll go into this market because there's more money. Now, it's true that there are some markets where there are higher end services and it's easier to reach those people than other markets. So there are some paths of least resistance, but at the end of the day, there's money in every market. It's just who you're targeting and how you're targeting them. And so I want you to think about leveling up the people that you're working with. So here's an example. If you are, for example, an executive coach, or you do some sort of leadership development for executives, okay, or individual leaders, if you could work with their teams, you could make a lot more money. You could now actually increase your fees to make a lot more money working with their teams. So it's more of a one to many type of approach, right? There's all kinds of ways that you can level up your people, level up the clients you're working with. If you are trying to target startups, for example, let's say you're a business coach. I work with a lot of business coaches and consultants and a lot of mindset coaches. And if you're targeting startups, you're not going to make a lot of money with them because often they don't have a lot of money, right? And so, how can you target people that are more established? They're in another place, they're next level. They will have more means to pay you higher fees. And so, the people make a big difference in how you can charge in your business. But again, remember, this training today is about how can you get to 300K without doing more. Well, repackage your services, raise your prices. That was number one. Number two is work with better people, work with better clients, right? Work with better clients at higher fees. And so it makes it, you don't have to do any more. People often think, here's something that goes on in people's minds. They think, well, if I charge 10 times more, I have to do more work. I have to put in more time. No. This is not about a time for money type of model. Kim, the client that I just told you about a few minutes ago, that was selling something for $1,797, when she closed the 40K client, and actually, I think they're about to become a 50K, or maybe they just did because they added on another $10,000 workshop with her. When she closed them, she only works with them 2 hours a month. It's a team, though. It's a team. That's the difference, right? And even her 20K client, she works with that client 1 hour a month. And so it's not about more time. In fact, when you're working with higher end buyers, they actually require less time. They're less energy. They are, you don't have to handhold them a lot of times. So they actually require less time. All right. So think about this when you're trying to figure out who are my people that are going to pay me these bigger prices. Because again, this is about scaling your business without doing more. I'm not about, again, the hustle and the grind. It's about putting the right strategies in place to really leverage your time, not give away all of your profitability. So like make huge profits and, really make a lot of money. All right. The third P and the third shift is, by the way, if this is making sense, drop yes in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback. And if something sort of jumped out at you or was a gold nugget, drop that in the comments. I love to know who's here. I want to get to know you. And if you are just joining, thank you so much for being here. If you want to learn how to bring in high-end clients and scale to multiple 6 and 7 figures in your coaching or consulting business, you can definitely go book a call with me at acarden.com and let's have that conversation. All right. Shift number 3 and the third P is positioning. Positioning is how you show up online. And even when you're out and about, even if you're speaking or networking, positioning is that outside perception that people have of you and your brand and what you do. Are you credible? Are you an authority? Do you really know what you're doing? Do you have results? Can they see social proof? Have you written books? All of those things become part of positioning. Are you a thought leader? Are you an influencer? All of those things become part of positioning. But here's the other part of positioning that a lot of people miss out on. See a lot of people out there doing all the stuff, but at the end of the day, I can't really tell who you're for. You look like a jack of all trades. You don't have your message dialed in. It's not really relevant for higher end clients. And so you end up doing a lot of stuff that doesn't get results. So your positioning also should show your expert position. It should show who you are in the market, why you're the expert, what you're the expert at, and exactly what you do and how you help people. Positioning also shows people that you know what you're doing through education. I'm actually doing it with you right now, right? I haven't cookie cuttered somebody else's stuff here. These are things that I've learned and kind of put together on my own, and I'm teaching them to you because this is what I do and what I teach my clients. And so this is also part of positioning, showing up with credibility and authority and letting people see that you know what you're doing. But you have to also look like the expert. You can't just say you're an expert. You have to look like an expert. We are visual people, right? And so you have 3 seconds for someone online to make a decision about whether you're relevant for them, whether you're somebody they should check out, or whether you're not. And so strong positioning has to fall into that 3-second rule. All right. If you can't grab the right person's attention in 3 seconds and pull them in and let them start going deeper into what you're all about, if it's something that they want, then you're missing opportunity. All right. So positioning is the 4th P. Just changing your positioning so often, it's unbelievable, can all of a sudden start bringing you in better clients, and it can start bringing you more clients. When I start working with a coach or a consultant who's been out there doing a lot of stuff and maybe their business is just stuck at that 6 figures, and we change their positioning, so often, I can't even tell you how often, they have these high-end buyers and people sitting in their audience, but these people don't even think that they're for them because they have weak positioning. So without even doing more except changing up a few things, some messages and just changing up some content and doing some things like that, all of a sudden these buyers start showing up. Well, this is how you can make more money without doing more, right? Makes sense? So drop in the comments yes, and then do the 3-second rule for yourself, or have a friend do it, or have someone, you all are connected on here, go check out each other's profiles on and get some feedback in 3 seconds. Can you tell who I'm for, what I do, how I help, and just, is that really clear? Is that clear? And then, do I have everything else to back that up? If you go check me out across all channels, you're going to see the same thing over and over and over again. I had to laugh. One of my clients said, "Ann, you kind of say the same thing over and over and over again." And I said, "I know. That's because that's what I do. That's what I'm an expert at." Now, sure, there's lots of little things that go into what I do, right? But my big overall method is the same thing. It's the same thing. So you need to be seen that way too, so that it's very clear what you do and who you help. All right. Are we tracking this? By the way, if you want some help, you can book a call at acarden.com. I would love to have a conversation with you to help you scale and get those high-end clients and scale without doing more. I'm all about leverage and loving your life and, really spending less time in your business, keeping your business simple. So, okay. What are you thinking so far? What has been the gold nuggets that I've dropped? I would love to hear before I get into the 4th shift, which is a big one. I would love to see what your takeaways are so far. Okay. By the way, if you are watching back the replay, if you're not on here live with me, make sure you put #replay so that I can connect with you and know that you were here, and just thank you for being here. Okay. All right. 4th shift, and the 4th P is, you ready for it? Your pipeline. How is your pipeline? So many coaches and consultants don't have an efficient pipeline. They don't have a strategy that gets them clients whenever they want. They don't have a strategy that can help them bring in more clients whenever they want. And so you've got to have a strong pipeline. And you need a strong strategy and a marketing system to make this happen. All right. If you want to keep a pipeline of people coming into your world that are the right people, not talking about, millions of people that could or could not be your clients. I'm talking about the right people. If you want a consistent pipeline, then you need a great strategy that can support that, so that you don't have to worry about where your next client's going to come from. So you don't have to worry about, okay, I think I want to do a group or a mastermind to scale. Where am I going to get the people? You've got a great strategy that can feed that. And so, do you have that in your business? You need a strong pipeline and you need a great marketing strategy. So, if you're out there building your brand, that's great. That's great. You're on here with me. I'm building my brand. I'm sharing my expertise. But at the end of the day, if I don't give you a way to take a next step with me, I'm not filling my pipeline. I'm just putting stuff out there, right? Now, you may choose not to book a call with me today, and that's okay. And you might choose to follow me for a while, and that's okay. And it's okay for people to do that with you too. But you still want to give people a way to come in and have a conversation with you. And a lot of people miss that piece. They're so afraid of selling. It's not about selling. If people want what you have and you give them a way to take that next step, they'll do it. And if they don't see a need, or they don't want what you have, or they're not ready, or whatever that is, they won't. It's that simple. But all of these things that you're doing should be building your pipeline. And you have to just not put stuff out there, but you have to give people a way to come into your ecosystem and stay in your ecosystem, right? Or to get your help. And a lot of people miss this piece. So what is your marketing strategy? Do you have a great strategy behind what you are doing and all of the work that you're doing out there? If you don't, you're missing a huge piece of, again, you're doing all the work, you're already doing it, right? But it's not paying off. And so that this whole training today is about getting to 300K plus without doing more. So take what you are doing and make it better. Like, really implement some of these things I've talked about, whether it's repackaging your services and repricing, adding higher level services. That was number one. That was the first shift. The second shift was your people. Target a better audience, right? That's how you're going to make more money and get better clients. The third shift was all around your marketing, your positioning, what people see. You're already, putting stuff out there. So make it more relevant, strengthen that positioning. Again, not doing more, just doing it better. And then fourth is all around filling your pipeline. Make sure that all of your effort and everything that you're doing is actually bringing people to you. People should be showing up in your inbox. When I do these lives, people show up in my inbox. They book on my calendar, right? And so my message, I invite the right people to my live trainings. And if it feels like a fit for them, they'll book or they'll show up. You need to do the same thing. This is all part of filling your pipeline. The other thing that goes along with filling your pipeline is you need something that is consistent, and it's very rinse and repeat. One of the strategies I teach clients is how to run live virtual events, not like this where anyone can come, but closed events where you vet the room and you bring in the right people, and then you just pour into them and you give value to them, and then you offer your services at the end of that. And that is filling their pipeline. And if you didn't check out the training last week that I did around 6 steps to running 100K plus virtual or live events, go check that out. And if you need the link, message me. I'll get you the link, because I really broke down how to have that type of marketing strategy in your business. And when you do that, if you can do a 100K virtual event and you ran that quarterly, well, you're way beyond $300,000. You're into $400,000 plus dollars. But you've got to be consistent. So again, what if you ran that event every 3 months? and you did that all year long, you would have an amazing business. A lot of people do things the hard way. They don't have these pieces in place. They're missing elements, and they're just out there trying to kind of find one client at a time. And it's why they stay stuck. And it's why a lot of times their pipeline dries up. One other thing that I did forget to bring up in the packaging and pricing that I do not want to forget, I can't even believe I forgot this, is retain your clients. Don't just do a one and done. If you're a consultant, how can you stay with that client longer and help them with additional projects or things that they need to help them reach their overall goals? If you're a leadership coach, don't just go in and do a 1-day workshop and then not offer anything else. Or don't just go in and do a 90-day leadership training program and not offer some sort of coaching or something on the back end. This is where the big dollars are. Plus, you don't have to keep going out looking for new clients. You become a partner to the people that you're working with. You become a partner to your clients. And so if you're not retaining clients, you're missing a huge, huge piece in your business. I teach my clients how to retain clients as long as we can, as long as we can stretch that out. Now, that being said, with integrity, don't sell people things they don't need. Don't give them things they don't need. But most people, there are more things they need. I mean, I'm a business coach and consultant, and business marketing and sales, there are always things changing, and there are always things that I'm even learning. Even at this stage in the game, I've been doing this 12 years. I'm consistently learning. I consistently work with a coach who's far beyond where I am, and I learn what they do, and I pass those things down to my clients. So I want to stay very relevant in my market. And so I never run out of things to help my clients with. And I'm sure if you're an expert, you're the same way. But if you don't give people a way to stay with you, you're missing that opportunity, because then they won't. They'll go out and they'll look for the next thing. And so it's really important that you think about long-term retention versus just churn and burn, churn and burn, churn and burn. So does this all make sense? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me see if I can see some of the comments here. And by the way, if you have a question, drop it in the chat. I am so happy to answer any questions that you have. Let me see if I can see. All right, hold on if I can. Nope. All right. I don't know. When I am on Restream, I can't typically see a lot of the messages that come in. So I will go back and check the feed. And if you had a question, I will make sure I reach out to you or tag you, and I will answer your question. So I am here to help you. So what are the 4 P's, the 4 shifts so you can scale and not do more? What were they? Number 1 was your packaging, which includes your pricing, right? And then the second one was your people. Who are you targeting? Level up that audience, level up that market, not an audience, level up that market and start working with better people who have more money to pay you. Okay. I heard something a long time ago that I thought was kind of funny, but it was very relevant. And it was like, quit pulling broke people off the bus, right? And trying to work with them, trying to sell to them. So think about that. And then the third shift and the third P was your positioning. How are you showing up? What does your brand look like? Is your positioning strong? Do you pass the 3-second test? All right. If I go and look at you, do you pass the 3-second test? And then the fourth one was your pipeline. Do you have a great marketing system and strategy to keep your pipeline full? And are you consistent with doing it? That's the other piece of a system, is you've got to be consistent with doing it. So I would love to hear your thoughts. If you want some help scaling your business into multiple 6 and 7 figures, you can book a call. But if you are an expert and you really are at a place where you're kind of stuck and maybe you want to really grow, I have a 3-hour free virtual workshop coming up in October that I would like to invite you into. Now, I follow what I teach, and there is an application process to be able to attend. I'm actually inviting some of my newer clients to come to this workshop, and I'm training them on how to have 25K to 50K plus months with high-end clients. And so I'm actually doing this training. The last time I did this training, a business coach, went out the very next day, closed a client for 3 times more. And a couple days ago, I got a message on LinkedIn from someone that was in that workshop. The other person did become a client. This person didn't. But she reached out to me and said, Ann, I closed over a $36,000 client plus some additional fees for deliverables. And that was from my free workshop. Now, I could be charging for these workshops, but I don't, because I bring the right people into the room. And this is part of me filling my pipeline. I don't do any kind of hard sale, but I do show you. I help you. It's actually value based. We really work on things. And then I show you what I have to offer you if you want to go deeper and you want to work with me. But this is what I teach my clients to do as well. So if you're interested in coming to that workshop, there is an application. And you can go to expertinyouworkshop.com and actually apply to come to that workshop. And if it looks like the strategies that I'm teaching will be relevant, and it looks like you'll be a fit to join us there, and you do have to be there live, there's no replay. And if it looks like it's a good fit, then I would love to talk to you about coming into the room with us. It will be one of the best things you've ever done in your business. And I have people tell me that. I have people say, you could have charged a lot of money for this. Well, I know, because it's what I teach my paying clients. But that being said, I also get clients this way. I'm so transparent in everything I do in my business, because I help my clients do the same thing. So you can check that out at expertinyouworkshop.com and apply there. All right. Thank you for being on here with me today. I am so honored, so blessed. I hope that you got value. I would love to hear your takeaways from what I talked about today, and even where you see you could maybe go make a shift immediately to start growing your business. So let me know. Looking forward to seeing you again. Now, next week, I probably will be on Friday, because I have my live luxury retreat for 3 days where my clients come and I pour into them. And we also have a lot of fun, but it's a luxury retreat, and that's going on next week. So I probably will not be back on here live until next Friday, but I will look forward to seeing all of you again live on Friday. So connect with me, make sure we're connected, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or I can help you in any way. I love you all. Bye-bye. Have an amazing day.